Hi there, Selective Collective. This is Kim with your messages today. I hope you're doing good. So let's get into a little Martian deck here. Get some messages for Selective Collective. See what's going on. We'll pull some like ascension cards, I guess, or they're called the Oracle of Genetic Gifts. But let's get started with this first. If you're interested in a private reading, and by the way, thank you for the support with those. Information's in the description box below. Just know that it is a pre-recorded video. And you put in the notes section what you'd like to know or what kind of reading. What is the main thing that the Selective Collective needs to be aware of in the energy right now, Spirit? The fire element. Oh, sun energy. Definitely like to see some solar flare or solar activity going on, but the fire element. Oh, warrior, passion, and fearlessness. And then I have the reptilians on the bottom. Isn't that interesting? Reptilians on the bottom with predator, survival, tyrannical. But so yeah. All right. So things are getting heated up right now, and that has that not been the theme though? The last few Selective Collectives that I've done, looking around in the world, we're bound to be a little bit overwhelmed, and as empaths, you may be on fire. Your nervous system may be, whoa. So you have to direct that energy, right? Oh, there's star seed. There's star seed. Well, we knew that, right? Look like the watercolor sets. If somebody gets into watercolor, like I definitely see a sign to get doing it or do it more or paint more or I don't know, something. We have a sweet little cat. We have that, even the scenery in this room makes it look like this person is basically, they have the clouds on the walls inside their home. So they're just, their home is always out there. Like while you might be gazing at the stars thinking that's where my home is, it's like you would be right. You would be right. And I like the coffee. Okay. Love coffee. She's looking at a Rubik's Cube. There's two people on the card. Knowledge. Cactus. Perseverance. There's another cat on there too. I have Sirens. Sirens B with the mermaids and the dolphins. So that might be something that you know about. Responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. Arcturians, feeling safe. Wisdom keepers, showing concern. I think showing concern for the starseed energy, the starseeds. And Pleiadians is coming out. So these are kind of like the main ones too that people usually talk about or channel. Some people channel, some of you all channel information. Unconditional love, excitement, and laughter. These are all looking like the things that we're fighting for, standing up for during this time as things get really heated up, right? As everything gets heated up. Now I have the water element. So this is the balance or the temperance energy, the balance of the water and the fire. The water and the fire elements, the balance of it, temperance energy. reflection, kindness, and compassion. And that landed on top of unconditional love. So obviously we are also talking about for the greater good, for the collective good of all, highest good of all, unconditional love. And then I have the golden ratio coming out underneath the star seed with beauty, nature, and patterns. So they might be wanting to point out something that's like with the golden ratio. The Fibonacci numbers, is that how they say it? Fibonacci sequence. They're saying, okay, it obviously has something to do with your third eye, visions, manifesting, meditation. Then I have vegans on the bottom, solitude, independence, peace. The vegans. Third eye, visions, manifesting, and meditation. As well as crop circles with messages, curiosity, and signs in nature. There's something here about you picking up on signs in nature. And then I'm not quite sure here. I mean, maybe they're telling you to visualize, meditate. Vesica Pisces. Pisces. Divine feminine, birthing, and fertility. What is the pineal gland, the sixth chakra? What is it here about? What is the third eye here about? Oh, yeah. Well, you see how it branches, like in her head? It like branches off to everything. They're saying your access to anything that you need. Your access to the cosmic network. It's something's more accessible right now, easily accessible to you right now. Energy supporting. You have a lot. Yeah, you have a lot to get in contact with. Or someone has something to get in contact with you about, but you have a lot of information that you can download. What is the messages, the signs in nature about? Expansion. Your expansion as a person, as a star seed. I'm thinking, yeah, because there's so many things happening right now, right? So if you feel activated by this fiery energy, and at the same time very highly empathic, maybe overly emotional, or the tendency to become very emotional because of how strongly like you're feeling at this time. It's because so your gifts, your talents, your abilities are expanding. Lots of things in your life, you're going to see yourself have expansion, growth, especially in the areas where like arts, creativity, and unconditional love are included in your thought, like for work. Those things are going to be extremely successful in this energy. Okay. Parsec. Ooh, gravitational acceleration. No, they're wanting you to think about something really. They're wanting you to think about something long and hard before you make a decision with Parsec. This is a distance, you could say, between two things, and or between objects. It's the distance, the space in between. But it's also about, like, metaphorically, the pause before you get into a state of flow. And your flow is going to be that gravitational acceleration, which is really great. So this is when we've made our mind up about like what direction we're going, and that's what I think your target, basically what your target is. They're wanting you to spend time on it, spend time on figuring that out for yourself before you make a decision. But because whatever you're wanting to manifest is going to be created pretty fast, because you're going to have all these other forces of the universe, this unconditional love energy that's going to be supporting your like fertility, your ability to create and manifest easily here on this plane, in this earth. So it will be speeding up your manifestations. It's a very, I mean, obviously that would be a very important time to be aware of where your thoughts lead you most of the time during the day. You don't have to be super hard on yourself. That doesn't usually work. But just being aware of, 50% of my thoughts go to what each day, and is that where I want it? And if not, then of course changing it, right? No, we're not going back. Not going back. Tell me about helping them hit their mark. Gravitational acceleration. Something could exponentially grow for you after you've given some space. Like, yeah, for this expansion to be attracted in, which you already are attracting it in. There's other things that are going to go out or that will be making room for what is big and wants to come in to your orbit, what you're attracting to you. They're saying you're highly active right now. Think of the very first card that came out was a fire element. It's masculine energy, and it is all about where am I directing all of these activations and this energy that's now available to me. And remember, it starts right up here. You have this third eye access to whatever it is that you want. Whatever it is that you want. All right. Tell me about ascension and the gifts. The Akashic records. So there's another confirmation for you that you're very tapped in right now to all of the information in what we call the Akashic records. So all souls, universal events, past, present, and future. Not just your life, but other people's other lifetimes. Everything that's available to you when you're allowed through, right? Which they're saying you are. They're saying you're trusted here to access anything you need. And there's some sort of permission thing that happens, but I guess that happens when you're there. And it might be individual based on what it's about. But you'll have access to all, even if some is more about maybe, I don't know, lessons, experiences, maybe about manifesting money for some of you all wanting to manifest that perfect job, the perfect location for you, or at least the next one maybe, clairaudience, clear hearing, tones, frequencies, sounds ringing in the ears, something might be picking up, as well as some of you could have strong clairaudient abilities where voices can come through. I have AKA Rainbow Children, Indigo Child. It says Delta Generation, born between 1988 to 1998. And Starseed. So I think that really all the people showing up here are probably Indigo Children, just period, part of the Indigo Child. Because now we have Starseed too, and those started, the waves of volunteers basically started like in the 50s. And I don't think the timing is quite as like set as what we would think it is. So this is why you have special access to this, some sort of consciousness, information, consciousness, higher frequency beings where you have to be a certain frequency to connect with, or you have the ability to move up, to bump up, even if it's just for a little while a day. Know that this can make you very tired. Unusually zapping our energy when we connect into some energy, some things, some people, or some, yeah, let's just say beings. So your family and your, maybe your other self, your future self, may be of a certain vibration also. Depending on how close you are to the vibration is depending on how exhausting it's going to make you feel. Some of you might not zap out that much energy. It might not be that hard for you to do it. Others, it would be. But I say that like without any judgment though, because all energetic work can feel taxing just on this human body for anybody. But augur, spiritual master, seer, predictions, and a visionary. So it does say psychic, empathetic, healer, knows purpose. You're a spiritual master, a seer. Wow, look at this beautiful. Doesn't that remind you of the Phoenix Rising? Both of them, they remind me of the Phoenix Rising. So, wow. Angel numbers, sequences of numbers that carry divine guidance. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull from the, what is this deck? Soul Contract deck. I think it's called the Akashic something. No, that's a different deck. This one's the Soul Contracts deck. So, angel numbers. River of Destiny. Definitely coming out here. Trust in the flow of the river of destiny. It will carry you to your soul's truest desires. Flow, adaptation, and soul guidance. So it might feel curvy at this time. Now, what else is curvy? The Akashic Records. Obviously, there's something you're meant to access in that Akashic field, okay? There's something. Oh, I like that. I like that with this card coming out. Look at the inner flame and the fire element. I like that together. Ignite your inner flame and let it fuel your journey, guiding you to fulfill your soul's vision. Passion, drive, soul awakening. This one says passion too. Heart contracts coming in for some. All having some heart contract though to why you're here. And why you came here and volunteered from love, from a place of love. So your soul shares a unique contract with another. Treasure this rare connection. Emotional bond, soul agreement, love's promise. Yeah, beautiful. Anywhere your heart is involved. You have your spirit circle. We're all connected here through the heart, I feel like they're saying. That right there that's that frequency. It looks like 528 hertz, that one right there. And they're all standing around that. So that's the love frequency. To return to the divine DNA. This is the connection with your soul group, soul family. Your star family, let's say. Yeah, I like soul circle too. I like the thought of that. Your soul is connected to a circle of spirits, and together you share a mission that ignites your heart, or unites your hearts, and maybe ignites too. Maybe with each heart that gets their inner flame ignited, like it helps the other, those of us that are all connected, helps us out. Like maybe it ends up being the fuel that we needed to light ours up, right? Maybe in the ways that we help one another. Just through the heart. Love. Your soul is connected by a circle of spirits. Together you share a mission that unites your hearts across time and space. Soul, circle, energetic connection, shared purpose. Wow, you have divine contract too, and that heart contract, and the spirit circle. Ah, I love the confirmation of the right collective, to do this with. Your life story is woven from a divine contract, and each step you take fulfills a higher purpose. Sacred agreement, life choices, spiritual growth. Soul alliance. Look at these groups. These groups. Even the inner flame has like a circle of people around it. Soul alliance. Walk with your soul allies. Together you will fulfill greater missions. Collaboration, support, shared growth. Wow. And the last one, not least, right, is the gateway of awakening. Spiritual awareness, new horizons, and consciousness elevation. Goodness. Dance of the galaxy. Dance of the galaxy. Anything else? Spirit, anything else that you want me to do? Yes. Yes. Might be a little messy. That's okay. Channel your knowledge, I saw. And that certainly looks like a person that's channeling in knowledge. Ground your light, which you have to do to channel the energy through you, right? Grounding it. Getting out in nature. Balance chakras. Let your soul shine, it says. Ground your light. Sorry. She distracted me. Sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead. Interesting. It's almost like there's two specific paths here for the Starseed Selective Collective too. And it looks like there's different contracts here, does it not? Love and light. Act with care. I mean, because for some reason it doesn't feel, well, maybe in some way, it feels like the decision of service to self or service to others or somewhere in the middle has already been made. It doesn't feel like it's that type of a thing. Maybe an emotional challenge or maybe even the wrapping up of a contract. Maybe something that's difficult to figure out, a solution for. They're talking about some kind of emotional issue that has plagued you because it's been a problem. Like when I say that there's something that you could think about that just weighs on your soul, right? That weighs heavy on your heart. Whatever that is, that emotional issue. They're obviously saying there's going to be a way to help heal it or focus on solving it. Because now you're an awakened spirit. And then look, we're ending with the channel your knowledge. Critical judgment, but channel your knowledge. Awakened spirit. This is the desire to change. Resolving an issue. Two paths ahead. Different contracts I see for you all. And definitely tap into meditation with intent to access your Akashic records or the Akashic records, right? So that's what I have for you all, and I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye.